if his alarm
The
goes
way
off
you say
again.
motherfucker makes me think of the Chinese dude from The Hangover, Timmy.
Motherfucker! Yeah. Motherfucker!
Mm-hmm. It's a true story. Maybe not all the shit that they put in it, but the cocaine bear is something that actually happened. But not all the shit they put in the movie, I'm sure. No, I have not. That's why people love it. There's one that just came out already. Yeah, there's one that's in the theater over here. But those, the...
Oh dear God.
Another jigsaw? Jesus. The cocaine bear thing is made by the same people that made Sharknado, and they're also making Meth Gator.
Oh, fantastic. No. Mm-mm. I've been watching some movies on Netflix. I forgot, one of my favorite movies ever that has J-Lo in it is the movie called Enough. It's where she, hasn't, her husband's abusive, and, she's trying to get away from him, and towards the end of the movie, she finally realizes that basically she's going to have to kill him if she wants to actually, like, get away from him and survive. It's fucking good.
No, I have not. Jeez.
Hmm.
Imagine that actually happening.
That'd be scary.
Fuck! I went back and I got fucking door frames, but I didn't get more generators like I was supposed to.
I'll go and pick them up. No problem.
I need generators and force fields. I can't wait for Shava to get back. I need a giant element run. He's good at that.
I'm gonna shove his phone down his throat so he hears the alarm.
I could still hear the thing in the background.
Mm-hmm. It started going off again. No, he needs to get up so he's not late for work.
Joel didn't want to wake the fuck up for his on fucking yesterday, day before yesterday, I think it was. I had to go wake him up. Dale has the literal fucking, you know the military sound, the fucking trumpet. That's what Dale's is. Might get one of those for Dale for his birthday this year. One of the ones that's on wheels that runs away from him. No, no, this one has wheels where it literally runs away from you. The one that I'm thinking of.
That's funny.
Uh,
Oh, you finally going back to work?
He's gonna go beat some ass.
Okay.
Take your frying pan with you in case you need it. Yeah, well, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. It just may be that time. Ash was supposed to. I'll text her and see if she did. She was supposed to tell Clay that she wanted a divorce. Yep, they went to one therapy session, and she was like, I didn't even like. She was like, I don't know. I just feel like it's not gonna make anything better. And I said, do it then. And he constantly keeps accusing her of stepping out on him and whatever. And she's like, I'm going to work. Like I'm not. Mhm. Well, and like it's frustrating, especially for her because so she's gone back to work because she's trying to make money for them because he can't work a whole lot of jobs and he is working some, but like she said too, like he's barely been at this one job and he's about to leave it already, and she's like, I'm just tired of him constantly like, accusing. Well, I don't know how much they actually smoked versus how much they ate, but yeah, yeah. No, well, and like she said, there was one night he went to go to his. I was telling Demi this the other day. He went to go to his parents' house or whatever, and the kids were with somebody else, and he was like, "So what are you gonna do tonight since you're home by yourself?" And she's like, "Oh, I'll probably watch some movies or whatever." And he was like, "Oh, well, who are you gonna watch movies with?" And she was like, "Nobody, because I'm gonna be home by myself." And he was basically like trying to accuse her, saying that she had plans for somebody to come over to the house, and I'm like, no, I'm like,
You get to a point where it's like I've been accused so many times. I'm gonna fucking go do it then.
right, right. Mhm.
Oh, I'm no weird friend. I will say something. If it's getting to a point where it's like, all right, this isn't how you're supposed to treat your person, I'm gonna make it real awkward here for a minute.
Well, and like he'd get mad at her sometimes for the stupidest shit, and like she wasn't as good at the game as he was, but it's just like that's not a reason for you to be an ass. Like, so
Were you guys here in the party the one time that I told fucking Dilly that I'd kick him out if he didn't stop talking to his mom like that?
no, I don't think so.
No? Yeah, I straight up told Dilly if he didn't stop being so disrespectful to his mom, 'cause fucking, I think it was one of the points where Shava was actually in the party. She obviously she couldn't understand what we were saying, but she could hear the tone that he had with his mother, and it was upsetting her. So I
Yeah,
straight up told him, lose that fucking tone with your mother right fucking now, or you're not in my tribe anymore, little boy.
yeah, yeah. I did tell Ash though, because she was saying that they've got PS5s now. So I told her, I said, well, I said if you decide you want to keep playing, because that's part of the issue too. Is like she's like, I feel like he's made her feel like she can't play with other people because he's constantly getting jealous of them. And so I told her, I said, well, I said once things are like, you've decided things are for real dumb and you want somebody to play with, I'm like the server we found is both PVE and PvP. I'm like, so you can come. play over here, and I'm like, and there's people that are playing the PvP side right now because most of us are doing admin stuff. I said, but I said she would let you be part of the tribe. I'm sure. I'm like,
Yeah,
so.
she can come join me on PvP. She could join Ben's brother on PvE.
Mhm. Well,
Got
she
people
could
to
even
play with
use
on both
Shava and his
sides.
stuff on PVE if she wanted to, because it's still there. I've made sure it's stayed rendered and whatever. But it's just annoying. Like when she's made to feel like she can't even. From what she said, she feels like sometimes she can't even just like get in a party chat and talk with us because he gets pissed off. So I'm like, yeah, no, that's not cool. I'm like, you should be able to get into a party chat and talk with people and have a good time, and him not being an ass, thinking
It
you're
shouldn't
trying
have to
to.
be weird with your friends because your
Yeah,
boyfriend's being a fucking weirdo.
yeah. So no, we'll see. Obviously, I can't make her do anything, but
All you can do is be the friend that's there to talk to whenever she does it, if she does it.
right. Well, and she says too, like basically everybody at her job, they know that she's done, and are encouraging her to go ahead
Coaxing her into doing
and
it.
move on. Which I'm sure some people will probably be like, that's not cool. Like they shouldn't be doing that. But
When it gets to a certain point where those suggestions are probably good suggestions, though.
right. It's just like last night, I ended up talking to my friend Katie that I've been frustrated talking to lately because she keeps doing this flip flap back and forth of she's thinking she should leave her husband, but she's thinking maybe not. And last night she was kind of back more on the side of she's realizing that like he's being pretty shitty and she may just need to be done with him. That he's actually going out with somebody else. Yes. Well, but she's stuck in the whole, well, he's the father of my children bit, and I'm like, it doesn't
Two
matter,
happy
Katie, like,
homes is better than one unhappy home.
right, and that's what I told her, I'm like, it doesn't matter, Katie, I'm like, you know that what he's doing is wrong, and he's probably not going to change, that's how he is, that's how he's always going to be.
Is the child a boy or a girl?
They've got twins.
So they've got a boy and a girl?
Yeah.
You want the boy growing up thinking doing this to a girl is okay, and the girl growing up thinking that this is okay to be done to?
Well, and
That's what I'd say
a
to him.
daughter. He has a daughter with another person too. But the worst part is like I don't think he just doesn't think about stuff like that, and especially for his son because his son's like severely autistic. So he's just now like started talking and stuff, but she finally got him enrolled in like a special school and is trying to get like help for him and stuff. But
Mm.
he just doesn't think about that. He's just the type of guy that he thinks about himself, and he always has been. Yeah, yeah. Well, and like, um, the big thing like I've been telling with her is I'm like it doesn't matter. I'm like he has flat out told you to your face that he basically doesn't want you anymore, and I'm like and you're sticking around, and
I end up needing more compasses.
it's
What the
just
fuck?
telling him that you don't care that he's treating you like shit and that he can keep doing it. I'm like you have to break that cycle. I'm like you can't. He's flat out told her that she's not what he wants anymore, but she feels like now because lately he's been spending more time at home that maybe he's changing his mind. But yet then last
Mm-mm.
night she told me that she's realized she's been through a lot the last couple of years. She lost her dad and different stuff, and she's like, I feel like when I lost my dad and COVID happened, and she's like, I just kind of lost myself, and she's like, so I need to find myself again. She's like, but I feel like I know that if I find myself, that he's not going to be somebody that I want to be with anymore. And I told her, I said, well, I said, then I guess you really need to think, if you truly want to be happy, are you going to be fine not being with him? I'm like, I think you will be. I'm like, but you are the one who has to make that decision for yourself. I can't do that for you. Nobody can. I'm like, but I said, the fact that you just said that, I'm like, you just
You
don't.
know you don't want to be here anymore.
Mhm. So.
She just hasn't made the final push
Mhm.
for herself.
Right. Well, and like she said too, like, because I was telling her about my friend Melissa and how she's realized that she doesn't even look forward to her wife coming home anymore. And I said, well, I'm like, that alone says a lot. I'm like, and because she was trying to decide whether or not she needs to get divorced. And I'm like, the fact that that you don't even get excited knowing that she's going to come home, I'm like, that tells you.
This
And
isn't right anymore. Yeah.
right. And so that's why and she was like, yeah, she was like, honestly, she was like, I mean, she was like, I worry about him being out, yes. She's like, but am I, like, being like, oh, well, I wish he would come home? She's like, no. And I'm like, okay, well,
You're
that's
worried about what he might be doing, which means at the
right,
point it's no longer there.
right. So I don't know what she's gonna decide to do, but oh no, whatever shall we do?
Dimi, you have a generator and force shield in the dragon. No problem.